Hi everyone. I'm Mumu from Susan's family. Today, I'd like to introduce you to a new design, the Botanical Sensations series, a flourishing flowers blanket. This blanket consists of the main part and decorations. First, crochet the main part, then add the decorations in the corresponding positions. Let's start by learning how to make the main part. The main part is primarily divided into Motif 1 and Motif 2. Motif 3. Motif 4. Assemble and edging, and we will explain the process in these 6 parts. First, crochet the 4 types of motifs in the corresponding colors and quantities. Then proceed with joining them together. Finally, crochet the edging along the edges. Let's start by learning how to crochet Motif 1 and Motif 2. Here, both Motif 1 and Motif 2 are divided into 2 parts. The first part is the octagon fabric at the bottom. The second part is the flower in the center. Start by crocheting the first part, then crochet the second part in its center. The first part of both motifs begins with an adjustable magic ring. Crochet counterclockwise around the center in rounds, working outward. You will need to switch colors while crocheting. Pay attention that for the first part of Motif 1, there is one more color change compared to Motif 2. Additionally, their color schemes are different. For specifics, please refer to their respective color charts. The stitch techniques used include chain stitches, single crochet, double crochet, slip stitch, and the DC3 bobble. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Before we begin crocheting, let's first learn the proper posture for crocheting. For your convenience in watching, I will use thick yarn for this demonstration. The colors are random. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, you can refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. First, we start with a magic ring. Pick up the yarn tail with your right hand and wrap it twice around your left index finger. Now there are 3 strands of yarn on your index finger. Use your thumb and index finger of your right hand to pinch where the loops overlap. Take it out. Then wrap the yarn tail once around your left little finger. Pass it through between your middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loop to between your left middle finger and thumb. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. Insert it into the loop. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise around the hook. Draw the yarn through. Now there is 1 loop on the hook. Continue with 1 chain stitch to secure. Continue, yarn over. Pull the yarn through. 1 chain stitch is done. Everyone, take a look. This is what it looks like when the adjustable magic ring is completed. Start the first round. Begin with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain for the double crochet. 1, 2, 3. These 3 count as 1 double crochet. Insert into the large space of the magic ring. Work a double crochet. Yarn over the hook once. Insert. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. At this point, there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Pull through the first 2 loops. Now there are 2 loops left. Yarn over again, and draw through in once. One double crochet is completed. Corresponding to the top right, there is a V-shaped braid. This is the stitch of the double crochet. One stitch represents one hook. I'll demonstrate the technique for double crochet again. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Then wrap the yarn on after another. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat twice. 1 time. 2 times. Another double crochet is now complete. Counting the turning chain. That makes 3 double crochets in total here. Continue crocheting downward. If there's no more room, you can move the completed section to the right a bit. After finishing everything, you can check the stitch count. Counting the turning chain, that makes 12 stitches in total. Next, close the magic ring. Move the crocheted part slightly backward. Start by gently pulling the starting tail. You'll see one loop moving. Tighten the moving loop. There's one loop left. Pull the starting tail directly to tighten it. This way, the ring is closed. Finally, on the left side of the turning chain at the double crochet stitch, work 1 slip stitch. Pick up the corresponding stitch on the left side of the double crochet. Insert the hook into the stitch. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook in one go. The slip stitch is completed. These 2 strands forming a V shape are the braid created by the slip stitch. This is the braid from the slip stitch. There's no need to tighten this slip stitch here. It corresponds to the position of the beginning chain. This completes the first round. Since we need to switch colors in the next round, let's fasten off here. Crochet 1 chain stitch to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave a tail of about 5 centimeters. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. We don't need to deal with this yarn tail for now. We'll consider the side with the neat texture of the double crochets as the right side. At the same time, on the wrong side, there is the yarn tail from casting on. When crocheting later, keep the right side facing you. Now let's move on to the second round. Take the corresponding yarn. The swatch uses random colors. Make a slip knot with the yarn. Join the yarn in the back loop of any stitch from the first round. Here, for convenience in weaving in the ends later, the swatch joins the yarn at the chain stitch corresponding to the starting braid. You can see that the stitch looks like 2 strands of yarn. The one closer to you is the front loop. This is called the front half of the stitch. The other one is the back loop. Insert the hook into the back loop. That is, this single strand of yarn here. Draw the yarn through to create a loop. Adjust the size of the loop on the hook. Joining the yarn is now complete. First, make 3 beginning chains. Then crochet 2 chain stitches for transition. Below, in the back loop of the left stitch, work 1 double crochet. Pay attention to place the yarn tail at the back, together above the hook. Weave it into the work as you go along. Continue with 2 chain stitches for transition. This round involves picking the back loops and correspondingly making double crochets. Between double crochets, use 2 chain stitches for transition. Repeat this process to continue crocheting downward. After completing the final 2 chain stitches, on the topmost chain of the beginning chain, work 1 slip stitch. You can count from bottom to top. Pick up the 2 loops of the 3rd chain stitch. Yarn over, and draw the yarn through. Pull through all the loops on the hook once. Slip stitch is complete. This slip stitch needs to be tightened. The yarn tail here has already been woven in for a round. You can cut it directly. This completes the 2nd round. Continue with the 3rd round. First, work 1 slip stitch in the chain space on the left side for transition. The transition slip stitch does not need to be tightened. This brings the yarn to the chain position. Next, make 3 beginning chains. Then, chain 2 as a transition. Continue working 1 double crochet in the chain space. Then skip the double crochet. In the chain space on the left side, work 1 double crochet. Chain 2 for transition. Work 1 double crochet. We will treat the stitches worked in the chain space as a group. Continue working 1 group on the left side. This round involves corresponding stitching in the chain spaces, like this group. Complete this round using this method. After everything is completed, Pick up the top chain of the beginning chain. Work 2 strands of the chain. And work 1 slip stitch. Pull tight. This completes the third round. After completing each round, you can tidy up the fabric piece to make it flat. Below, we will work the fourth round. First, work 1 slip stitch in the left chain space for transition. Then, make 3 beginning chains. Next, in the chain space, work 2 double crochets. This is equivalent to working 3 double crochets. Then, make 2 chains for transition. In the left chain space, work 3 double crochets. Make 2 chains for transition. Work 3 double crochets in the left chain space. For this round, work 3 double crochets in each chain space. Between each group of double crochets, make 2 chains for transition. Follow this method to complete the entire round. After finishing with 2 chains, end with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. This completes the fourth round. Continue to the fifth round. First, on the left stitch, work 1 slip stitch for transition. Then, start with 3 beginning chains. Follow with 3 chains as a transition. In the same position as the slip stitch below, work 1 double crochet. After completing it, make 3 chains for transition. Locate the middle stitch of the 3 double crochets from the previous round below. On this stitch, work 1 double crochet. Make 3 chains for transition. In the same position, work 1 more double crochet. We will treat the stitches on this stitch as one group. Continue with a 3 chain transition. Then, in the middle stitch of the next 3 double crochets, work 1 more group. For this round, on the middle stitch of the 3 double crochets from the previous round, correspondingly crochet such a group. Between each group, make a 3 chain transition. Crochet the entire round using this method. Once everything is completed, finish with a slip stitch in the beginning chain. This concludes the 5th round. Next, we'll work on the 6th round. Start with a slip stitch transition. Then, make 3 beginning chains. In the chain space, work 1 double crochet. Follow with a 2 chain transition. Make 2 double crochets. After completing, add a 2-chain transition. Then skip the left chain space. In the chain space of the stitch group from the previous round, work 2 double crochets. Add a 2-chain transition. Work 2 double crochets. We will treat the stitches in the chain space as one group. Continue with a 2-chain transition. Keep adding a 2-chain transition. Skip the left chain space. In the next group's corresponding chain space, crochet another group. For this round, in the previous round's stitch pattern, find the corresponding chain space, and match up to crochet one of these groups. Use a 2-chain transition between each group. Repeat this process. Finish crocheting the entire round. After completing the last group, chain 2 as a transition. End with a slip stitch on the beginning chain. This completes the 6th round. Now move on to the 7th round. Pick up the stitch and chain space on the left side. Work 1 slip stitch for each as a transition. Then make 3 beginning chains. Follow with 2 chain stitches as a transition. Crochet 1 double crochet into the hole below. Then work 1 chain stitch as a transition in the chain space on the left side, which is the middle position of the group of stitches from the previous round. Work 1 double crochet, chain 2 as a transition, 1 double crochet, and we treat the stitches worked in the chain space as one group. Continue with 1 chain stitch as a transition in the chain space on the left side, which is the middle of the group of stitches from the previous round. Work 1 more group. After completing, chain 1 as a transition. Continue working 1 group in the chain space on the left side. Let's take a look at the crochet pattern for this round. In the chain spaces of the groups from the previous round, and the middle chain spaces between 2 groups, correspondingly crochet such a group. Chain 1 as a transition between each group. Following this pattern, finish crocheting the entire round. After completing the last chain stitch, finish with a slip stitch. This concludes the 7th round. At this point, you can measure the motif's dimension. Compare it to the size provided on the chart. If it's too large or too small, adjust your tension and crochet again. Rounds 8 through 11 have crochet techniques similar to rounds 4 through 7. Pay attention to the number of chain stitches in the 11th round. It's slightly different from the 7th round. Everyone, refer to the pattern. Complete these rounds. The method is very simple. I won't demonstrate it. During the crocheting process, you might encounter situations where the yarn isn't long enough, and you need to join a new yarn. I'll demonstrate the method for joining the yarn here. Leave about 5 centimeters of length for the yarn tail that needs joining. Tie a simple knot. Then continue crocheting according to the pattern. Place the knotted part on the wrong side of the piece. You can leave the yarn tails untreated for now. At the end, weave in the ends following the texture on the backside. This is the method for joining yarn. For any future situations where you need to join yarn, follow this same method. After completing the 11th round, move on to crochet the 12th round. Pay attention to the first part of motif 2 here. There's no need to switch colors for the 12th round. Simply work one slip stitch transition in the chain space on the left side. That will serve as the transition. For the first part of motif 1, you'll need to switch colors. Let me demonstrate the color changing method here. First, fasten off the yarn. Work one chain stitch to secure it. Then take the corresponding yarn. Make a loose knot. You can join the yarn in any chain space. For convenience in weaving in the ends, join the yarn on the left side of where you fastened off. Adjust the size of the loop. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Then work 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch on the left. Work 1 double crochet. Pick up both loops of the stitch to crochet. Be mindful to secure the yarn tail. Continue working double crochets into the stitches on the left. When you encounter a chain space, work 1 double crochet into it. When you encounter a stitch, pick up the stitch and work a double crochet. Continue following this method, working the corresponding number of double crochets. Once done, you can count them. Including the turning chain, there should be 19 stitches. We will treat these double crochets as one side. Next, we'll crochet a corner. That is, chain 2. Then move on to the next side. Start from the same position as the last double crochet of the previous side. Work the corresponding number of double crochets. After completing it, crochet another corner. For this round, repeat crocheting the sides and corners. Pay attention that the double crochets of 2 adjacent sides are worked into the same chain space. Follow this method to complete the entire round. when crocheting the final side. For the beginning chain position, you can directly crochet at the insertion point of the slip stitch. For the last corner, chain 1 first. Then make a single crochet into the beginning chain. To replace one chain stitch and one slip stitch, insert the hook into the corresponding position. Draw the yarn through. There will now be 2 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn again, and draw through in once. One single crochet is done. This also completes the join. That's how you finish round 12. You can see that the fabric piece forms an approximate octagon. Now let's move on to round 13. Start with 3 chain stitches as the beginning chain. Then chain 2 for transition. Next, make 1 double crochet into the beginning chain. You can crochet in the insertion point of the single crochet. Then skip 2 stitches. And make 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 2. And make another double crochet in the same position. We treat these stitches work together as one group. Below, continue by skipping 2 stitches, and make 1 group on the left stitch. This side corresponds to crocheting 1 such group. There is an interval of 2 stitches between each group. Continue crocheting in this way. When you reach the corner position of the previous round, skip 2 stitches below, and make 1 double crochet in the last stitch. Then chain 2 as a transition, and make 1 double crochet in the chain space. Chain 2 again, and make 1 double crochet in the chain hole. Chain 2. Make 1 double crochet. After completing, chain 2 as a transition. Move down to the next side. Make 1 double crochet in the first stitch. We will treat the 4 double crochets we made at the corner of the previous round, along with the chains between the double crochets, as one corner for this round. Follow the pattern used for the previous sides. Crochet this edge accordingly. After completing the last group, this side is done. Move down to crochet 1 corner, that is, skip 2 stitches, and make 1 double crochet in the last stitch. Chain 2 as a transition. Make 1 double crochet in the chain space. Chain 2. Make 1 double crochet. Continue with 2 chains for transition. On the first stitch of the next side, make 1 double crochet. 1 corner is now complete. Continue repeating this pattern for the sides and corners. Keep going until you finish this round. After completing the last side, continue with the stitch pattern for the corner. Pay attention, after completing the second double crochet, make one chain stitch. Then, connect with a single crochet in the turning chain. Insert into the corresponding position. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over, and draw through in once. One single crochet is now done, and the connection is complete. You can see that this part matches up with the starting stitches to complete this corner. That finishes round 13. Next, work on round 14. First, make one special bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. Start with 3 chain stitches. Then, in the hole below, work 1 incomplete double crochet. Yarn over the hook once. Insert into the hole. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over. And pull through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is now complete. Continue with another incomplete double crochet. Yarn over. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. The second incomplete double crochet is now done. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops at once. One bobble stitch with 3 double crochets is now complete. For convenience in explanation, we will simply call it a bobble stitch from now on. The V-shaped braid on the top right is its stitch marker. Next, chain 2 for transition. Crochet 1 bobble stitch into the left chain space. Start with 3 incomplete double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over again, and draw through in once. Another bobble stitch is now complete. Except for the starting position, the rest of the bobble stitches are crocheted using this method. Continue with 2 chain stitches for transition. Crochet 1 bobble stitch into the chain space from the group of stitches in the previous round. After completing it, chain 2 as a transition. For the rest of this side, simply pick up chain spaces. Correspondingly crochet the bobble stitch. Use 2 chain stitches as a transition on both sides of the bobble stitch. Continue crocheting using this method. When you reach the corner position from the previous round, in the first chain space of the corner, correspondingly crochet a bobble stitch. Chain 2 as a transition. Then, in the middle chain space, crochet 1 bobble stitch. Chain 3 as a transition. Crochet 1 bobble stitch. We will treat these 2 bobble stitches and the middle chain stitch as one corner of this round. Continue working on this side afterward. The technique is identical to the first side. Start with 2 chains as a transition. Then pick up the chain space, and correspondingly crochet a bobble stitch. Chain 2 as a transition. Follow this method. Refer to the chart and continue crocheting. Next, we reach the middle chain space of the corner from the previous round. Crochet 1 corner, that is, 1 bobble stitch. Chain 3 as a bridge. 1 bobble stitch. For this round, you will repeat crocheting the sides and corners like this. Follow this method. Refer to the chart and continue crocheting. After completing the last side, crochet the final corner. Start with 1 bobble stitch. Then chain 2. On the starting bobble stitch, make 1 single crochet to connect. This completes the corner stitch pattern. The 14th round is now done. Continue with the 15th round. Begin with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Then chain 1 for a transition. Next, pick up the stitch C of the bobble stitch from below, that is, the insertion point for the single crochet, work 1 double crochet. After completing it, on the stitch of the bobble stitch on the left side, correspondingly make 1 double crochet. Chain 1, 1 double crochet. We treat the stitches worked on this stitch as one group. Continue and correspondingly make 1 group on the bobble stitch on the left. This side is worked on the stitches of the bobble stitches from the previous round. Correspondingly crochet 1 group like this. Continue crocheting following this method. Move down to the corner position from the previous round. Work 1 double crochet on the bobble stitch. Chain 1 as a transition. Work 1 double crochet in the chain space. Chain 2. 1 double crochet. Chain 1 as a transition. Work 1 double crochet on the bobble stitch on the left side. We treat the stitches crocheted at the corner position from the previous round as one corner for this round. Continue crocheting down this side. The method is identical to the first side. Correspondingly make 1 group on the bobble stitch. Following this process, Refer to the pattern and continue crocheting downward. After completing the second side, crochet another corner next, which is 1 double crochet. Chain 1 as a transition. In the chain space, crochet 1 double crochet. Chain 2. 1 double crochet. Continue with 1 chain stitch for transition. 1 double crochet on the left side bobble stitch. This round involves repeating the sequence of sides and corners. Refer to the chart and continue crocheting downward. After completing the final side, crochet the last corner. After completing the second double crochet, chain 1. On the turning chain, crochet 1 single crochet to connect. Connect it with the starting stitch to complete this corner. This completes round 15. Next, start round 16. Begin with 1 special bobble stitch. That is, chain 3. 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over, and draw through in once. The bobble stitch is now complete. The following stitches are identical to the technique used in round 14. Everyone, refer to the chart. Continue crocheting downward. The method is very simple. I will not demonstrate further. For the last corner position, after completing 1 bobble stitch, make a chain 3 as a bridge. Then finish with a slip stitch on the starting bobble stitch. Pull tight. Since the next round requires switching colors, break the yarn here. This concludes round 16. Finally, work on round 17. Take the corresponding yarn. Join the yarn at the corner position. Then start with 3 chain stitches. Work 1 double crochet in the same space. Next, begin crocheting the edging. Make 1 double crochet into the bobble stitch. Pay attention to weaving in the ends. After completing, make a slip stitch in the chain space. Crochet 2 double crochets. Continue with 1 double crochet in the bobble stitch. Double crochet. Continue with 1 double crochet in the bobble stitch. Make 1 double crochet in the chain space. Then, work 1 double crochet into the bobble stitch. Crochet 2 double crochets in the chain space on the left side. Work 1 double crochet in the bobble stitch. Make 1 double crochet in the chain space. Let's take a look at the edging pattern. Correspondingly, make 1 double crochet in the bobble stitch. Work 2 double crochets in the chain space as part of the sequence. And 1 double crochet. Continue crocheting following this method. After completing the last bobble stitch position, this side will be done. Then, in the space made by the 3 chain stitches, crochet 2 double crochets. Make 2 chain stitches, and add 2 double crochets. We consider these stitches worked in the space as one corner of this round. Next, continue with the second side. The method is identical to the first side. Refer to the pattern and continue crocheting. When you reach the next space made by 3 chain stitches, make 1 corner, that is, 2 double crochets, 2 chain stitches, and 2 double crochets. This round involves repeating these sides and corners. Refer to the chart and keep crocheting. After completing the last corner's 2 chain stitches, finish with a slip stitch. This connects back to the starting stitch, completing this corner. Now, fasten off the yarn. Pull tight. You don't need to deal with the yarn tail for now. This concludes round 17. The first section of motif 1 is now complete. The first section of motif 2 has also been explained. Next, let's learn how to crochet the second section of motif 1. Let's take a look at the finished product. The second section is worked on the corresponding first section. Continue crocheting in rounds for round 1. After completion, sew it together with the first section. The new stitch used here is half double crochet. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. The first round of the second section matches up with the first round of the first section. There's no need to crochet this again. Move directly to round 2. Take the corresponding yarn. The swatch colors are random. Join the yarn at the position of the first round of the first section. You can see that a row of small horizontal lines forms on the right side of the fabric. Pick up any one of these small horizontal lines to join the yarn. Start with 7 chain stitches. Then make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Go back. Start from the second to last chain stitch. Pick up the half stitch on the outside of the chain. Correspondingly, make a slip stitch. Note that the slip stitch is worked normally here. There's no need to tighten it. After completing the first chain stitch, you can count the braids formed by the slip stitches. Check the stitch count. There should be 7 stitches in total. Let's consider these 8 chain stitches and 7 slip stitches as one sequence. Move down to the small horizontal bar on the left side. Work 1 slip stitch as a transition. Continue crocheting 1 sequence. That is, 8 chain stitches. Go back. Start from the second to last chain stitch. Correspondingly make 7 slip stitches. Another sequence is now completed. Then pick up at the small horizontal bar on the left. Crochet 1 slip stitch for the transition. This round is about repeating the sequence crochet. After completing each sequence, crochet 1 slip stitch as a transition. Continue crocheting using this method. After finishing the last sequence, at the starting joining position, work 1 slip stitch for the transition. Once completed, you can count the number of sequences. It should be 12. That completes the second round. Next, crochet the third round. Start crocheting from the first sequence. Here, on the left side of the sequence, there is a row of braids like this. These are the braids formed by the slip stitches. On the right side, it's the remaining half of the chain stitch. Pick up the first chain stitch below the remaining half, which is also the insertion point for the slip stitch. Work 1 single crochet. After completing it, pick up the half of the chain stitches separately below. Make 1 single crochet. One half double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through once. Half double crochet is complete. Continue and make another 1 half double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, pull through once. Another half double crochet is complete. Continue to correspondingly make 1 half double crochet. 1 single crochet. The last half side. Make 3 single crochets. Then go back. Pick up and crochet on the other side of the stitch pattern. Pick up the remaining part of the stitch pattern. Crochet a symmetrical stitch technique to the previous one. That is, 1 single crochet. You can see this single crochet. It is symmetrical to the previous single crochet. Crochet it into the same hole. Continue with 3 half double crochets. Two single crochets. After completing, pick up the chain formed by the slip stitch. Work 1 slip stitch. We will treat the stitches we have crocheted as one petal. Continue crocheting the second petal. Start from the first chain. Pick up the remaining half and correspondingly make 2 single crochets. Mindful not to pick up the wrong position. Three half double crochets. One single crochet. At the last position, work 3 single crochets. Go back and crochet symmetrical stitches on the other side. After completing the last single crochet, on the chain from the previous round slip stitch, work 1 slip stitch. The second petal is now completed. Repeat this process. Finish crocheting the remaining petals. After completing the last petal, work 1 chain stitch to secure. Stretch the loop. Leave a tail of about 30 centimeters and cut the yarn. Pull tight. This completes the third round. The starting tail can be woven in along the texture on the wrong side of the petal. The yarn tail used for joining in the first part can also be woven in using the same method. I won't demonstrate this step. Finally, thread the reserved tail into a sewing needle. Take the back side of the petal. Sew and secure at the corresponding position of the first part. First, tidy up the petal. Carry the yarn across to the back of the petal. Around the position of the second single crochet. For the second part, pick one strand from the corresponding position directly. Secure it slightly. Just make sure the petals are aligned neatly. Continue securing downward. Pay attention to carrying the yarn across within the fabric piece. Try not to let the stitches show on the wrong side. After securing one round, tie off the yarn tail. Secure it on the backside of the petal. You can take a few extra stitches if needed. Trim excess tail. That's how you finish securing the petals. Motif 1 is now completed. Refer to the pattern chart. Follow the previous demonstration as a reference. Complete the corresponding number of motif 1s. I will not repeat the demonstration here. Next, let's learn the crochet process. For the second section of motif 2, take a look at the finished product. The second section of motif 2 has two color schemes. Both start from the first round of the first section. Work counterclockwise in rounds outward. You will need to switch colors while crocheting. The new stitch technique used is the back post single crochet. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crochet method. Take out the first section of motif 2. The first round of the second section of motif 2 is the same as the first round of the first section. There's no need to crochet it again. Start directly on the first round of the first section, in the spot that matches the color of the second round of the second section. Pick up the corresponding yarn. The sample swatch uses random colors. Join the yarn at the position of the first round of the first section. Similarly, insert the hook into a small horizontal bar. Then work 1/2 double crochet into the small horizontal bar on the left side. Pay attention to weaving in the ends. Work 2 double crochets in the same position. And 1/2 double crochet. After completing, work 1 slip stitch on the small horizontal bar on the left side. We will consider these stitches we just worked as one group. Now let's work another group. Work 1/2 double crochet into the small horizontal bar on the left side, then work 2 double crochets. After that, finish with 1 slip stitch on the small horizontal bar. Repeat this pattern for another group. and 1/2 double crochet. Then work 1 slip stitch. This round is about repeating this group of stitches. Continue crocheting according to this method. For the last group, work the slip stitch. Work it into the joining position where you started. No need to tighten. Finally, cut the yarn. Tighten the yarn tail. Hide the yarn tails on the wrong side. Trim excess tail. If there are yarn tails from joining in the first section of the fabric piece, make sure to weave them in as well. I won't demonstrate that here. This completes round 2. Next, we'll work on round 3. Take the new yarn. And join it in the back loop of the stitch from the first round of the first section. This is also the insertion position for the second round of the first section. To ensure the petal texture matches up, you need to join the yarn at the back loop, corresponding to the location of the slip stitch in round 2. Make 1 beginning chain. Work 1 single crochet in the same spot. Pay attention to place the tail behind for now, and don't handle it yet. Then, chain 4 as a transition. Skip 1 insertion position next. Move to the following insertion position. That is, on the back loop corresponding to the next slip stitch. Work 1 single crochet. Continue with 4 chain stitches as a transition. This round involves working single crochets into the back loops that correspond to the slip stitches from the previous round. Work single crochets in these positions. Use 4 chain stitches as transitions between the single crochets. Repeat this process to continue crocheting. After completing everything, refer to the pattern to check. There should be 6 chain spaces. 5 Finish with a slip stitch. Pull tight. Don't cut the yarn here yet. The third round is now complete. Continue to the fourth round. In the chain space on the left side, work 1/2 double crochet. Pay attention to weaving in the yarn tail. Work 4 double crochets. And 1/2 double crochet. After completing, work 1 slip stitch in the left single crochet stitch. Work 1 slip stitch. We will treat the stitches worked in the chain space and the slip stitch on the single crochet as a group. Continue to work another group. That is, in the chain space on the left side, work 1/2 double crochet. Work 4 double crochets. And 1/2 double crochet. On the left single crochet, work 1 slip stitch. For this round, repeat this group in sequence. Continue crocheting using this method. At the end, finish with a slip stitch on the single crochet from the previous round. Do not pull too tight. Then proceed to fasten off. Stretch the loop. Leave a tail of about 10 centimeters and cut the yarn. Pull the hook through the second stitch, on the wrong side from the left. Tuck the yarn tail to the wrong side. Then pull it through the chain formed by the slip stitch. This is the chain where the yarn tail was previously located. Continue to bring the yarn tail to the wrong side. Adjust the loop a little bit. This is how you finish off neatly. There won't be any visible slip stitch marks on the surface. Secure the yarn tail properly on the wrong side. That completes the fourth round. Now move on to the fifth round. Take the new yarn. Join it to the single crochet from the third round. Simply pick up the single crochet. Start with 1 chain stitch as the beginning chain. Then work 1 back post double crochet in the single crochet. Insert the hook from the back into the hole on the right side of the single crochet. Come out on the left. Pick up the entire single crochet. Work 1 single crochet. That completes 1 back post double crochet stitch. Then make 5 chain stitches as a transition. Skip the stitch pattern of the 4th round. On the next single crochet from the 3rd round, work 1 back post double crochet in the single crochet. Pick up the entire single crochet from right to left. Work 1 single crochet. Another back post double crochet is completed, followed by 5 chain stitches for the transition. This round works on the single crochets of the 3rd round, correspondingly making back post double crochets. In the middle, make 5 chains as a transition. Continue crocheting following this method. Finally, slip stitch into the stitch of the back post single crochet. Pull tight. No need to fasten off the yarn. This completes the 5th round. Next, work on the 6th round. In the chain space on the left side, work 1/2 double crochet. Pay attention to tightening the yarn tail. Six double crochets. And 1/2 double crochet. After completing, work 1 slip stitch on the left stitch. We will treat these stitches in the chain space, plus 1 slip stitch as a group. Continue working 1 more group. This round is simply repeating this group. Continue crocheting following this method. Finally, finish with a slip stitch to conclude. Then finish off using the same method as round 4. Weave in the yarn tail on the wrong side as well. The method is very simple, so I won't demonstrate it here. That completes round 6. Now move on to round 7. Take the new yarn and join it at the back post single crochet from round 5. Chain 1 is your beginning chain. Work 1 back post single crochet. Chain 6 for the transition. Then skip the stitches from round 6. Work into the next back post single crochet from round 5. Make 1 back post single crochet. Then chain 6 again for the transition. This round involves working back post single crochets. Correspondingly, work them on the back post single crochets of round 5, with 6 chains in the middle for the transition. Continue crocheting following this method. Finally, join with a slip stitch in the top of the back post single crochet stitch. Pull tight. No need to fasten off the yarn. This completes round 7. Next, we'll work on round 8. In the chain space on the left side, work 1/2 double crochet. Be mindful of weaving in the ends. Then work 8 double crochets. Followed by 1/2 double crochet. After completing, finish with a slip stitch on the left stitch. Work 1 slip stitch. We will treat the stitches in the chain space and 1 slip stitch as a group. Continue working 1 more group. This round is simply repeating this group. Keep it going using this method. End with a slip stitch on the previous round stitch. Conclude by fastening off in the same way. Tuck the yarn tail into the wrong side. The method is very simple. I will skip the demonstration. This completes round 8. The first part of the flower is also finished. Motif 2 is now complete. For the remaining motifs too, please refer to the color scheme on the chart, and finish them on your own. The crocheting method is identical. I will skip the demonstration. This concludes the explanation of motif 2.